Good afternoon, fam. It's NFT Culture with the afternoon edition. We got Mike and we got Malachi and Robert. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, man.
I hope you tune in just for the intros. Dude, so I was listening to the VP of product development for Coinbase NFT. Dude, his resume, like at first I saw him talk and I was like, who's this joker? And then they did a wraparound and did an intro for the guy. Dude, like head of product development for Instagram, head of product development for Google Finance, head of product development for all these amazing companies, dude. This guy's they're gonna crush it. All chain NFTs can come on the Coinbase NFT platform. They're gonna host it. They're not gonna host it in centralized servers, Mike. IPS. The way he was talking, man, was amazing. That's all. I was very blown away.
Okay, well, that's pretty sweet. It's interesting that he's got all those Web 2.0 chops, but then again, that's what everybody came from. So, yeah, I'll be interested to see like their centralization approach, how it differs from regular Coinbase.
He said you're not going to have to do KYC for NFT part of the business.
That doesn't make sense.
And the people who are interviewing him were like, "Whoa, that's a game changer."
Like maybe you can buy an NFT and transfer it off. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but like KYC, like for selling something, like is like if there isn't KYC with Coinbase NFT, like there's still like the money laundering piece, right? Like the biggest piece of know your customer is around the laundering. So like if you're able to sell, it might be like Nifty Gateway. They're probably just copying Nifty Gateway, where you can buy NFTs on Nifty Gateway, but to sell NFTs on Nifty Gateway, you have to know your customer now.
Okay, maybe. He said the way he was talking about it, his approach was storytelling is missing from the NFT marketplaces. Storytelling. And he goes, you have to go build a community in Discord and you got to go do it over here. And he's like, we're going to try to put all that together. So it sounds pretty ambitious.
Why does Rob look like a 4-trait PFP? That's awesome. I love our regulars.
But it sounds ambitious, but cool. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, he makes a really good point. I think that's where Nifty Gateway has their kind of niche carved out, is because they have all the extra storytelling around each of the drops, and they've mostly focused more on art drops and not on Nifty projects. And that's where OpenSea is kind of taken over. Is there's so many more Nifty projects out there, and if you are going to have kind of a rich story around a Nifty project, what OpenSea allows for is very minimal. As an example, let me do a call out to one of our projects. So we have our Gallery by Nifty Culture project. As an example, most people probably aren't even aware of this, but one of the pieces in that project is called Prologue. And Prologue has a short story attached for it, which is just kind of an attempt to do some world building around that particular art piece. And it's really, really hard to kind of have an engaging story or even an engaging backstory for just world in general when you're only given a description text box and some attributes that you can play with. So as part of our just messing around with this and trying to see like how far can you go with OpenSea and will it actually have an impact, we built out that kind of complex backstory for this Prologue piece within what OpenSea allows. And I hear very little commentary about it, which to me kind of indicates most people probably don't even know that it existed. So I think having a marketplace that, instead of kind of like not providing you a platform there, it provides you a lot of rich tooling with which to leverage, I think does sound really cool.
Well, I mean, let's call it what it is. Like, so first off, like objectively, so first off, hats off to Nifty Gateway, right? Because Nifty Gateway's paved the way in a lot of ways that they're not appreciated. Second, like Coinbase is literally copying the playbook of what Nifty Gateway is doing in a lot of ways, from what we know, right? Nifty Gateway every day is adding more and more traditional NFT contracts to it. So you can, if you go and look at the NFT, you can buy Bored Ape Yacht Club on Nifty Gateway. You can buy most derivatives. You'll be able to buy the Nifty Culture token in the near future with fiat on Nifty Gateway. But what Nifty Gateway also does, because of the mechanics that are in place, is it allows the storytellers like Pack to do things like merge, right? Merge wouldn't be possible on OpenSea because of the way Ethereum is set up. But because of the way Omnibus is set up, you can start doing these types of things. Now, what Coinbase has that Nifty Gateway doesn't, and this is what's going to be really interesting over the next 24 months, is Nifty Gateway is wholly owned by Gemini, right? Like, so, like let's call that out. So, as Coinbase is launching their Coinbase NFTs, I suspect Gemini is going to have to do more to combat that with the Nifty Gateway product, and that's why you're seeing some massive innovations with that. All that being said, Coinbase is the large, and I don't want to assume, but I'd love John's perspective on the not your keys, not your wallet type of perspective. But like being able to, Coinbase is going to have gas-free purchasing of NFTs, right? You're going to be able to, just like keeping your NFTs, your crypto on Coinbase, I assume, and if they don't do this, they're dumb, that you'll be able to buy NFTs without spending gas, or very, very small gas, because if the NFT is in the Coinbase ecosystem or wallet, you'd then be able to buy, sell, trade, hold it, and then you could export it to, a wallet or even cold storage from there. Now, that being said, what Coinbase has is the user base. And so when you think about how many users Coinbase has that are going to now have crypto that's just been sitting there for a long time, it's been going up and down and up, up, up.
Man, buy this thing.
Now they're going to speculate. Oh, cool. I can buy an NFT now on Coinbase because I have crypto. Let's try it out. And that's one of the things that, got me onboarded is like, I had crypto. I've had crypto for a long time because of you, Rob. But like when I bought my first NFT on Nifty Gateway, a year and 4 months ago, it was weird at first that I'm using a credit card to buy a crypto asset. But like once I got it, it was like, oh, this is really cool. And like what's really cool for me is how many people are going to have that experience that I had for the first time because of Coinbase. And that's really interesting. Without the difficulty of I have to buy my ETH, I have to transfer my ETH to a wallet. What's a wallet? I have to download a wallet. Wait, what? Now I have to go buy this. I have to sign the contract. That costs money. Now I have to buy the NFT. What? Now I want to transfer it? Like that's intimidating for first timers. So when we think about the avalanche that's going to occur with Coinbase, it's undeniable.
What do you think, John?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because like for me, NFTs, like part of the reason you buy them is the flex, right? And so like having them on your personal wallet where anybody on the blockchain can take a look at what you're holding, like that's what makes them unique. And obviously that's not the case for Nifty Gateway. It's like a small ecosystem, right? It's the Nifty Gateway ecosystem. Everybody that's got an account on Nifty Gateway can see what other people are holding, and that's cool. But and then it'll be the same thing for Coinbase. It'll be a little bit bigger ecosystem if it catches traction because they have more customers. So if you're on Coinbase, they'll probably build out something identical to what Nifty Gateway has, where you can see what everybody on Coinbase is holding based on a login ID or something. But it's not nearly as expansive as the Flex on Ethereum, where anybody on Ethereum can see what you're holding because it's, that's just it's a global, it's a bigger network than US based customers. So, I mean, the more marketplaces, the better, the way I see it. I mean, I think Coinbase is going to do extremely well. And the fact that it's a fiat on-ramp gives it a significant advantage. But
one of the things he was saying, though, that was interesting, when he was like, right now there's really no good way to storytell or show your NFTs. Like, usually if you have to show someone, they can see your whole wallet.
yeah,
He goes, that's not, you want to be able to show something unique, tell a story, be able to show one thing. He's like, it's equivalent of showing, I can't know you unless I see your whole Google Drive.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a good metaphor.
Yeah, other Coinbase properties like Coinbase Wallet are segmented off from Coinbase proper, which I hope this nifty thing, and it sounds like what Rob said earlier, is going to be the case. I actually don't like that wallet connection aspect to Coinbase nifties for Coinbase specifically, because, and I'm probably joined by a lot of people who, you don't want people knowing how much crypto you have in.
Well, they won't. They like every time you transfer from Coinbase, you're getting a new wallet address, like a new wallet address for all your transfers. Like there's washing that occurs via Coinbase when you're transferring. I think that what's going to happen. I think what my suspicion is that, like Nifty Gateway, you're going to have a username, and like if you buy an NFT on Coinbase, it'll be essentially a wash, because like it's in their wallet, right? And that your Ethereum or whatever is in their wallet. The other thing that we haven't talked about yet, Mike, I'm sorry, I'm like gonna bounce around ideas here, but maybe I just say it and go back. But like the fact that you can have Tezos, you can imagine like the fluidity of Coinbase to be multi-chain with my NFTs. So now I could have one viewpoint through my Coinbase NFTs that has my Tezos NFTs, that has my Ethereum, that has my Polygon NFTs. I think there's no way in hell that Coinbase says like, here's your Ethereum balance, here's your Bitcoin balance, here's your Tezos balance, here's your Bored Ape. I think it'll be just like lazy.com or Nifty Gateway, where it's like your username. And I think you'll be able to show and hide, right? You can hide NFTs in a lot of platforms. Just the mechanics of it being in that wallet just provide a lot of flexibility, in my opinion. But I also think like they can do things like, I'm sure they're working with Manifold right now to like, they have to be working on something that comes out the gate hot, especially as Rob's saying as he was listening to it. If they're already hyping up innovation, storytelling, uniqueness, they must be doing something with some sort of artist. It's probably not Pack or.
Could it be these mecha driver things that Mechaverse is pushing? Because for whatever reason, Coinbase.
You would hope so, wouldn't you?
Okay, well, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. And this is more of a knock on this whole scheme than anything. But like, one of the things that made me feel like Mechaverse wasn't too abominable of a purchase was all of the pumping coming from Coinbase. Like that made me think, if this is going to be in their market, and this is going to be one of the first nifties in their market, and they're going to bring in, 10 million new users who see mechas first, then that could be a legitimate source of value for mechas. Well, I recently noticed Mecha versus Twitter pumping these mecha driver things coming soon. And we already know that clearly somebody from the Mecha project is like a sibling or even employed by Coinbase and is pushing or is using their connections to get Mechaverse prominence within Coinbase. So maybe the storytelling is how these driver things relate to the actual mechas. Now, what pisses me off about it is like, have they produced any value for mechas? No. And now they're already dropping a second project, which is supposed to be extracting more value from mecha owners. I don't know what original mecha owner, like there has to be many of us who are just completely underwater who are now going to be asked, hey, why don't you pony up another half an ETH or whatever for this driver? It's like, no, thanks. I'm already,
You got to support the community, Mike. You got to.
Mike, you got to, if you're holding it.
You got to go with it. You got all in, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to be a free rider. Anyway, so we'll see if mecha drivers are the launch Nifty for Coinbase, then you heard it here first. It's my own theorizing. Please don't go out and buy a Mecca to speculate because of what you just heard.
Don't buy a Mecca.
I guarantee you.
I'm like a minor period.
The only time in history I'm ever going to say this is a joke. Financial advice: don't buy Mecca.
But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, but I mean, I do think they'll probably need to have some sort of big name, or at least some sort of big project to get people to jump over there. I don't know who or what it'll be. I bet it won't be one of the blue chip artists. I bet it'll be more of a like heavily invested project.
I think it's Ferocious.
Maybe.
Ferocious has been quiet.
I think
let's do like a litmus test here, and we can go around the horn on to determine whether or not Coinbase is going to be successful. With
just real quick, John, I want you to do this, but I want to let you know that we are over the 15-minute mark that Rob and I have agreed on.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do it quick. Let's do litmus test to see if anybody's actually, if Coinbase is going to catch traction with, big NFT holders. Start with you, Mike, and then we'll go to Rob and Malachi. Mike, would you transfer your Bored Ape, which is, a $250,000, whatever it is now, to a platform where there's counterparty risk? Would you allow Coinbase? Do you trust it?
No, but mainly because Bored Ape has a lot of incentive to be able to sign stuff with it.
Okay.
From your wallet?
Yes.
What if Coinbase gives you that too?
I don't think they will, or I don't think they'll be able to. But if I was going to trust anybody with the Ape, it would be Nifty Gateway before Coinbase, because Nifty Gateway has a track record of doing this for two plus years. I wouldn't trust Coinbase off the bat.
No, I'll not transfer my punk over there.
Malachi.
I mean, honestly, I'm all for diversification of assets, right? So I do have intentionally certain assets on Nifty Gateway. I have certain assets in Coinbase. I have certain assets in cold wallets and warm wallets. And the reason is that because we are attack vectors, because we're doxxed, and because we're attack vectors because of everything, and it could happen to anyone, is if one fails, you're not losing everything. And so for me, it's more of a diversification of risk aspect. For me, that I have my Ape in cold storage right now, which, as Mike alluded to, is a pain in the butt, because I basically have to use my mutant to buy entry and then show them hey, look, there's only one chain and nothing's happened, and try and buy the trust. Eventually, I'm going to have to transfer it back if the Ape token happens or something happens. But to Mike's point, what if and this is funny because we were talking about this today on Discord, and if I'm going down a rabbit hole and you don't want me to, I won't. But proof of ownership tokens, could you hypothetically create tokens that are a proof of ownership token, and then only one can exist per that, and then you have your token that's safe. It's back when I'm gonna look like a huge nerd, but remember when you had super rare Magic the Gathering cards, and you wouldn't shuffle your super rare Magic card. You'd have it on the side and you'd have a proxy card that represented it. I'm curious if what that future looks like, or if there's some sort of proxy mechanism that exists in the future. That being said, I do think for a lot of people, Coinbase makes sense for putting if you're diversifying risk and you have 4 apes, why not have 1 ape in each of the realms, just to have some diversification.
So that was long-winded, I guess, but I'm hearing you that your ape is in cold storage. I doubt it goes to Coinbase.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's probably going to be the general consensus. I don't think that they're going to catch traction with anybody that has valuable. This is my thesis. I don't think they're going to have any NFTs of value are going to sit on Coinbase or trade on Coinbase. I think Nifty Gateway's probably got that covered because they've got the track record. It's going to be really hard for Coinbase to break in. It's kind of like other chains other than Ethereum. It's do you trust it with something that's really valuable? And so we'll see how it plays out, but I think Coinbase is going to be somewhere where you trade inexpensive, less valuable stuff.
So somebody commented, "Isn't that what a Nifty is?" And I get that thinking, but I think if you had a contract set up where almost like ENS domains where you can have the refer or the registrant and the controller, basically the same concept except for a valuable Nifty where the ownership token follows the Nifty. The Nifty is the proof is still the controller of which wallet owns the Nifty, but the
Yeah.
token is just a proof that that ownership exists. And so it is, and if it gets lost or stolen, you can recreate it as many times as you want. There can just be one that exists.
It's a validator token. Like so for like the blue chip projects, right, that have made millions or eventually billions of dollars, like hypothetically, like if the risk of your precious asset is so incredible that you want to put it into cold storage, and let's say you want to put that cold storage into some sort of safety deposit box, like there's a lot of things here. Like eventually there will be NFTs that are worth millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? Like if we believe in the space, we believe the future, this is going to happen. So if you think about the ability to validate, right? So like if I have a proof of ownership token and I get compromised for whatever reason, I can then go back to and this is anti-DeFi, anti-decentralization, but like you could go back to the apes, and if you could prove that you're an owner of the ape, you could invalidate that token. So any future people that try to interact with that token, it wouldn't validate for ape owners, and then you'd still be able to prove that. It's overly complex the way I'm describing it, but I think like there will be a path where like the risk reward aspect of a lot of these projects is going to be really interesting to think about.
Yeah, a lot of attack vectors there. It's probably a good idea. Probably execution would be difficult.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, they're going to have some big names or some kind of incentive, either some kind of incentive mechanism, or they're going to have some big names or some big projects jump over to that marketplace, and there's going to have to be just the classic approach of lock-in, where you have or exclusive access, sorry, where you have only that one way to get the initial mint of this project, and if you send some popular guy, like if Beeple jumps on there, or if you do like Xcopy hasn't done anything in a while, you get Xcopy on there exclusive, then you absolutely will see everybody go on there to mint. Now, can you actually get stickiness of those people that you get to jump over there? That's the real question. There's not a lot of fat to trim off the OpenSea bone. Like OpenSea's collecting 2.5%.
Looks rare as 2%. They
so that's
they
not
trim
a lot
20% of the fat.
I know, but that doesn't really impact people that much. That 0.5%.
Yeah.
But we'll
Damn.
see.
Good thing I got two. The floor is 3 ETH.
On what?
On that Jason Sefi Generoscope.
What?
Oh, wait. Did you get us on the
No.
what? Rob? Did we miss it already?
Only me, bro. Sorry, homie.
Wow.
I just minted 2 at 0.3 ETH each, and the floor is 3 ETH on OpenSea.
Wow.
I'll trade you a tennis ball for it.
Wow.
That was
Rob,
a good
I thought you had
purchase.
us covered, bro. What happened?
Sorry, bro. It didn't get through in time.
Is it sold out?
Rob, you know what happened is Rob created three other wallets.
You get it from my buddies. This one, this wallet, this wallet.
Shoemaker, Wingate, and Patel.
Patel. Yeah. That's awesome. Man. Nice. I got 2. It doesn't reveal yet. That's cool.
It won't. It's really awesome. Like I'm a huge
cool.
Jason fan. Like I can. Hey, look, congratulations, by the way.
I got 175 and 174.
This makes me feel better about selling my balls.
You sold them?
I sold 2 of them
before the reveal. Is the reveal yet?
Yeah, I had to take some gains, man. I bought into that Azuki project at 2.3.
Oh, whoa!
How much did you clear on those two balls?
Yeah.
Well, the meta key was like 0.4, and like then moving and shuffling. So like I'm probably break even.
Okay.
But the balls are going for 0.3 right now, so I might sell. Someone was asking about selling it. Like I don't like. It's really hard to like say like, does this go up or down? Like I think like the general interest is it's probably stable at 0.3 for a while. If the rest of the world discovers NFTs, like it could be like a super valuable NFT because it's first. But I don't know.
I'd have to be a tennis fan, really. I thought about buying it, and I was like,
I told Manolo.
Is he into tennis?
Well, him and I both. Yeah, him and I both are into tennis.
Right.
I'm a big tennis guy.
You're a
I'm
tennis
telling you
person,
right
then it makes
now,
sense.
I'll trade you. I'll trade you a
I'm
tennis
sure
ball.
you would. My 3 ETH for your 0.3 ETH sounds like a good deal.
There's still a lot more to mint, brother.
If they do a baseball project, then maybe I'll be interested in it.
Maybe it was like a World Tennis Association NFT that would give me like exclusive access to different stuff. But just for the Australian Open, that seems very limited. But whatever.
Well, I think Maddie's like, imagine this. Maddie does all of the Grand Slams, and then if you win all 4 of them, what happens? That's the cool thing about NFTs, man. We like cool, creative people could just come up with ideas and pretend like they've been there the whole time.
I love it.
We never talked. Speaking of schemes, harebrained schemes, we never talked about WTF.
All right. Well, how much time do we have left?
Go. 2 minutes. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Well, so we have like 4 things we still need to talk about.
Well, which one do you want to do?
Tomorrow.
Well, we have to talk about Fees.WTF. Yeah, we could talk retroactive. Like I think Fees.WTF is like such a, and like I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong because I want to make money off of this. Is that like you have to pay money to claim your tokens, which is new.
Yes.
Right. So you have to pay 0.1, and then like anyone who I sent my referral link out to, like I make money off of any fees that they send. It's like,
look at how genius this is.
Would you like to buy some vitamins from me?
This was a very clever MLM that this person created. It's an MLM, I think, but whatever the case is, it was a clever move to where I'm going to airdrop every single Ethereum wallet something, because every single Ethereum wallet that's been used has incurred gas fees. So everybody's eligible, right? So 10 million people are eligible. The only catch is that they have to pay 0.01. And
it's only 0.01?
It's 0.01, right? Not 0.1. It's 0.01.
Is it 0.1 or 0.01?
01. It's 0.01.
Well, I'll gamble. Let's go.
Exactly. See? So you're just a big sucker. So, okay. So people are just off these fresh highs of SOS and looks, where they just cleared an ETH or half an ETH or an ETH of profit on SOS and looks, and they're like, okay, here's another free 0.5 or 1. I just got to pay 0.01 first. But at least SOS and looks were plausible projects. This is purely the only thing you can use WTF for is to buy down or buy up the amount of commission you get when someone uses your MLM link. That's the only useful aspect to the WTF token.
Unless there's something really cool planned with that DAO that we don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, they're planning on dealing with that after the fact. But man, 0.01 times 10 million possible wallets.
Look at that Rebelbots comment.
Somebody, whoever has control of the Nifty Gateway Omnibus wallet should log into Fees.WTF with it and then see how much gas fees they could claim WTF for.
WTF is going to 0 in like 2 minutes after it launches. It's no reason to claim it.
What's Rebelbot's floor up to? It's something stupid. It pumped to like 0.39 today. But yeah, fees WTF. Like, here's the thing. Like, honestly, like we go on cycles with all this stuff, right? It's like, okay, like fees WTF is like the end of our airdrop token cycle.
It has to be. If it's not the top, I don't know what is.
I'm thinking about buying some looks rare.
You should. You should, Mal. Buy some of that, man.
I think the eventually. Wow, 0.35. Okay.
For what? 0.35
For
for what?
one of the Rebel bots.
No.
I think like on day 3, the washing on LooksRare's like the rewards continue to fall and then it falls off. Like if LooksRare becomes like a legit ecosystem, like I'd be willing to invest in it and just take micro gains off of it. I think once again, John, your point yesterday was really well founded. It's like if you look at the wash trading as proof that like the platform works as a DApp, then like that's like but if they were to come out and say, hey, we're going to do a bunch of wash trades for the first 4 days and it's a beta, like that would have been way cooler. I think that like there's just a little bit of
Well, they can't do that.
All that wash trading is driving up gas price for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it still? Is it? Are people maxing out the rewards yet?
probably.
I saw a lot of volume drop off. I looked today on Looks Rare, so I think that maybe
Is it because the value of the coin is down? I haven't checked on.
No, the value of the coin
like
is up.
$3
I think there's
or
just so many. There's so many people.
What's my Azuki at?
No, you throw that Shoemaker comment up.
Oh dang!
Yeah, both my kids have COVID, and I was all day. You gonna do a video tomorrow, Shoemaker? Rob, you have access to Restream too. Let's go.
I'll get him going. I was actually out all day. But yeah.
Oh yeah. So see, yeah.
It's all Malachi's fault, Michael.
Y'all are family. How everything's my fault. Everything good that happens is the team's fault. Everything bad that happens is Malachi's fault.
Pretty much.
My Azuki, I bought at 2.3 is up to 2.6. So after percentage sales, it's probably
Rob, what's the latest on clones? You
Dude, it's up
for me.
It's up.
It's
up.
up. All right.
It's up to like 6.3. It took a nice big jump.
Did you buy
nice.
when I told you to?
No. You made me seem like wait. You made me seem like no, just wait.
I mean,
John, you still holding?
6.4 Clone X.
Yeah. I don't even look at it. I'm just waiting for that thing to flip apes. Just waiting.
Yeah, right. I guarantee that will never happen.
Oh, really?
That gets you going.
Really?
Yes.
Superlatives are dangerous. What are you willing to bet a
Bet what? I would bet something. I'll bet a nifty cult token on that.
Did you see that DC Maddie, DC blogger, posted his politics is bullshit, and Beeple implied that there's going to be innovation coming into politics is bullshit.
What do you
It's
need
gotta be
innovation
physical.
behind that for?
It's got to be a physical for it. It's one of the few nifties that he's done that doesn't have a physical.
Mm.
So I'm hoping that's what it is. That would be really sweet.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, real quick.
Mike, does people know you own his first mint? Does he know you're the first mint owner?
I don't know.
Huh.
I'm on.
Did
the
you
fence
know
as to
that-
whether he knows.
Here's a teaser, real quick. Sorry to cut y'all off again. I'm really bad at that today because of the COVID. Or it's just me. Let's call a spade. Did you know that Zed is performing in Las Vegas the Thursday night of NFT Land?
Oh, that means we're gonna go hang out.
And did you know that Beeple, the whole Zed display with all of his music was done by Beeple for this show?
Is that
Okay.
Should
And
be
did you
saying
know that
Are you allowed to do
NFT
that?
Culture may or may not be throwing a VIP party for NFT culture token holders
Well, then
during
we got
that
to now.
concert
We
near
will.
it.
Yes, I want to go. Let's go.
We just need COVID to die off really, really, really fast.
Bro, we all had no. We need to. I'm not. We need to. We're demonetized, Mike. Come on. COVID and die. You just got us canceled.
Damn it! It's all good.
All right, we go to Vegas. If you have an NFT culture token, it's worth it. If you don't have one, buy one. They're cheap, so cheap. You get access to a bunch of private alpha channels, ideas. If you have a project, we'll feature it on the website. We get hundreds of thousands of visitors to the website. What else?
That's true.
I think we should do, and I alluded to this, but I think like this weekend we should all have a call privately, and we need to pick our top 22 up and coming artists for 22.
Let's do it.
And then we should also pick our top 22 projects. That'd be way harder. But let's find artists that haven't been on Nifty Gateway, but have had success in the NFT space. You have to have had 3 or 4 sales. If you're an artist or anyone that's watching this, or if you like an artist that you want us to pump their bags and they've had sales of over 3 ETH, 2.2.
Let's not do too much on the sale amount.
All right. We want semi-successful artists.
Yeah.
Because there's no disrespect.
What if they have a lot of art? What if they have a lot of art, but they've only done like 1 or 2 sales?
The caveat here is that there's a lot of artists, and this is where I'm going to like contradict myself. Like, does it tell a story? Do you have a community? Are you going to be here for the long haul? Every day we get pitched by 10s or 20s or 30s of artists that are like, I'm here for the money. Here's my imitation X copy. Yeah, and I'm going to take your money. I'm going to walk away. So we have to have some filter that says like, what filter can we say you're here for the long haul? Let's come up with that filter privately as a group, the 4 of us, and let's each divide 22 by 4-ish. And then we'll let the community decide the last 2. So we each pick 5 artists that we think are going to make it big in 2022. They can't have been on the top platforms. And we crowdsource the final 2. And if you're listening to this or you listen to it tomorrow, email us pr@nftculture.com or join our Discord and recommend artists. And we're going to be featuring them on a website that has over 100,000 page views per month and helps publish a lot of art. What do you guys think about that?
Sounds awesome.
Rob, thoughts?
I love it.
You have veto power. Hey, I wanted to ask you yesterday, but I didn't. There's a new piece behind you.
Oh, this is from Africa, so from a long time ago. It's actually a piece of wood.
I like it.
Yeah, it's from like the 1800s over in Africa. I got in South Africa when I went on safari.
So now you're a 5 property NFT.
What?
That's his artifact.
It's an artifact.
His companion artifact.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. Hey, as always, thank you to y'all. We couldn't have done this without you and the community. Like, we're being more regular on the YouTube. Thank you for everyone that's showing up. And on Twitter, those of you who watch us, come watch us on YouTube. We make money on YouTube. And yeah, tomorrow's happy hour. Maybe we bring Shoemaker on tomorrow for a little segment.
Oh, wait. Hold on. We have something. We have to say hello to the RebelBots community. Say it. You have to be like, what's up, RebelBots community?
What's up, RebelBots community?
Good job. And now, listen to this. Listen. We have Banana Help. He said he'll tattoo himself in Vegas. Whoa. It's just me? If we mention it on the show. Bro, he'll tattoo himself in Vegas. That's super cool. You guys leave me here just for that hanging? Isn't that cool?
That was awesome.
What's he going to
tattoo? Some guy will tattoo himself in Vegas, bro. Let's go.
Did you know what that reminded me of?
RebelBots tattoo or NFT Culture tattoo?
That's what I saw from their Discord. Michael sent it to me.
I think I did some research last night, and I think obviously the pump today has nothing to do with us, but
Banana, tattoo.
The RebelBots P to E mechanics are pretty interesting, and I apologize for not loving the art as much yesterday. And I think we should be able to distinguish utility from vanity in a lot of cases, because my crypto raiders aren't the prettiest pixels in the world.
Choo.
All right. What else?
There you go. Shortest 15 minutes ever.
Dude.
Congratulations, team.
You know what? Buckle up.
Good morning
Alright.
and good night.
Push the button. Push
Which
it.
button?
Boop.
Which
The end
button?
stream button. You just push it.
Which button? That button?
That's the button.
That button.